I need to get home. I need to get home. How will I go?
Hey guys, my name is Darren, otherwise known as Sparky, and I can milk cows using just my toes, so let's go straight into the video. Let's crack things off with my new centre-back build. I've recently converted to 5'10", 198 pounds, and it's bloody beautiful. Excuse my French, je veux avoir des gardes cette vidéo propre. I've no idea what it means, but it sounds French, so we'll go with that. Anyway, the build is pretty much very speedy, and it also has the ability to win headers, which is, for me, the best combination so far, and I feel the most comfortable, and I'd recommend every centre-back to give it a go at some point in their life. It's pretty much given me a new kind of confidence playing the game, and that was something I was very severely lacking during this whole FIFA so far. It's in the past 2 weeks I've actually felt back to my best. But that's enough about me, so let's go straight into the tips and advice. So a lot of the topics I'll be covering were found hidden amongst older defending videos of mine, so it may come across as rather simple, but it'll have to be covered at some stage one way or another, so let's just begin. So very first thing, how to intercept. Now at the start of this FIFA, intercepting the ball was insanely easy. It would just automatically make your player run out and challenge for a loose pass. However, in recent patches, the lock-on system has changed and it's all down to anticipation and then positioning. If you can see that the pass is only coming your way, you can start the charge to get in front of the attacker and win the ball. However, make sure someone is covered behind you, otherwise you are leaving gaps to be exploited if your timing is wrong. The other way is, as long as you keep a defensive position within the back line, passes will be forced and you'll lock on to get the ball. Next one. How to unlock still outs. Still outs means basically getting your body in the way of the attacker and the ball, and then using your strength to shepherd the ball out of play or regaining the control of that play itself. This is one of the hardest questions to explain because it seems amongst the community it can be a very random accomplishment to get, and I got them very early on in the game without intentionally trying to get them, but basically my best advice is pretty much position yourself between the attacker and the ball, like I said before, and using LT to kind of use your body as a barrier as you take control of the ball or let it run out for that goal kick. And that's pretty much the best way you're going to do it. Usually if you're playing as a centre back, it'll be a through ball down the wing. You'll come across because you've anticipated the play, and then you'll be ahead of them, and you can then just shepherd the ball out of play. And that's probably the best way I can describe at the moment how to get it. If I get more information, I will let you guys know in a future video. What camera do I use? This is pretty much a common question. I covered it in my centre back build and settings video not long ago, but if you don't want to watch out, which is fair enough, just pretty much use the co-op camera. Nothing to change, just standard co-op camera. The vision on the pitch is huge, and it just enables you to cover runs and keep an eye on proceedings 10 times better. I pretty much preach that camera to everyone because it's made me 62.5 times better than I was before using just the telecamera. So yes, definitely use that. How to stand tackle. Timing, timing, and timing, the 3 T's. Unless you're out wide or an attacker takes a heavy touch, wait for the right time. Don't commit to the challenge, otherwise they've gone past you and they get a chance to make a good attacking opportunity. Stand them up using LT to keep alongside them, or move slowly back if they're running at you. Once the touch is bad, you can either use B to nick the ball away, or LT will do it for you if your player is in the right position. So as a conclusion, time it, don't force it, patience is key. How to head the ball. I'll be answering this from a 5'10" build perspective, so it's going to be a little bit different, but it's very similar to the last comments I made on standing tackles, as the timing is the most important thing. As the ball drops down, you'll see with the co-op camera, you'll see the little white flicker come down if it's a white ball. I then press B as it kind of enters my screen, and then usually, like I say, 98.256%, I'll win the header against most sizes. I don't really lose a lot of headers, but you'll find being smaller, your player will come crashing down to the ground rather dramatically, and it can take a moment to get back to his feet, but it works. And if it works, I'm happy, and if I'm happy, my mother's happy, and it's pretty much an endless cycle of happiness. So on to the next one. When to pull an offside trap. I'll be basing this on the fact you have a complete human defence. So let's say your defensive line is at the halfway line and attackers are just in front of you or on your shoulder, ready to spin off. As two centre backs, you follow the attacker's run, and if, let's say for example, I'm deeper than my centre back partner, I'll judge the decision to take a step up if I feel the through ball is potentially upcoming. It's kind of hard to explain because it's down to decision making, but one important factor is probably just if it looks like a risky offside trap, don't risk it at all. Play it safe and then intercept the ball when it comes through. The fullback should be either alongside or ahead of the centre backs, never deeper, as this causes the line to go wonky and develops gaps which can be exploited. And finally, onto my last bit of advice, it's in reference to people who play small man clubs, which is quite a big thing. Not everyone plays on 11-man teams, whatever. So basically you'll find that you have to move from left to right often if you're playing as a lone centre back, following the threat of the attacker. Playing it safe is pretty much vital as you don't have any assurance with another human centre back to cover any mistakes. Smaller builds work a lot better, I find, but again, that's me being biased because I just love my smaller builds. And that's it, guys. I hope this video can be of some help to you. Any tips or any advice in the comments will be covered in my next defending video. But for now, take care, farewell, I'll be the same, and goodbye.
Spider web is tangled up with me, and I lost my head. The thought of all the stupid things I've said.
I had a falling out with a family member. I lashed out and said some shit I still can't remember. For a while I